Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Borderlands weekly video podcast thingy for Wednesday, November 20th. Want to say thanks to everybody for checking out last week's with the Unity reviews. They were quite spiffy. Go check them in the links if you haven't seen it, if you skipped it. It's quite fun. There might be a particular cold one doing a review. It's pretty awesome. Also, a couple quick things for our gaming crowd. We had a Flames of War tournament this weekend. 28 people came and played from 4 states. It was fantastic. It was a great crowd. We had a good time. Locally, some of our guys did really well in the tournament. The overall winner was Jared Blando. Matt Lassen came in as Best General. Van Norton came in as Best American General. Jason Vaughn from Georgia came in as Best Axis General. And I believe the Best Painted went to our own Mark Larimer, who you might know as Cthulhu Cold. Apparently, with all those tentacles, the cold one can still paint. It's kind of cool. All right, so moving on. This weekend, November 23rd, we have a Star Wars tournament. If you look into our events tab on Facebook, we've got everything there, all the information you need to play and all that kind of stuff. If you have a question, feel free to shoot us a message. We'll get it over to the gentleman running the tournament. We'll get it answered really promptly for you. What else do we have? There's this big shopping day. Usually comes around late November, day after you're really full. Check our Facebook. Make sure you're part of our text club. That information should be popping up on the screen right now. And there might be something big happening that day here at Borderlands. So make sure you check that out. Could be something that you definitely will be upset if you miss and need some cool stuff for Christmas. So we're going to move on to new releases. For graphic novels this week, The Fifth Beatle, the Brian Epstein story. Pretty neat, pretty cool, kind of fun stuff. Also this week, if you're into the history of comics, back issue is epic and never to be missed. This is I believe, the 10th anniversary edition, which is very cool. Doctor Who mag is out. Something huge is supposed to happen this weekend with Doctor Who. I don't know what it was, but apparently something big is happening this weekend with Doctor Who. The newest Marvel Fact Files. If you guys aren't buying these, if you are a Marvel Universe fan, they are amazing. The binder is only $2. It comes with the first one. The updates are $6, and they're very cool. All the information about all your favorite characters and storylines. Nowhere Men the Trade is out this week. And also for Christmas, the Ultimate Character Guide to DC, from Adam Strange to Zoom. Fun and shiny. All right, on to our new release comics. Have to say, my fun pick of the week, Scooby-Doo Team Up. You can read this and actually hear Adam West's voice coming out of Batman's mouth. Quite fun. My awesome pick of the week, X-O Man-O-War, tying into Unity from last week. We're not plugging that, honest. Uncanny X-Men is out this week as well. A little bit of Bacalo goodness. Always good. Love Chris Bacalo. Regular X-Men 7 is out this week as well. It's kind of a mutiny sort of week. Superior Spider-Man. And can I say, the most requested book in our store, probably for the last month, because it was running a little late. There are only something like 17 artists on the book. Harley Quinn 0. We have the variants, we have the blank covers, so you can get as many artists to draw on the blank as you want. Try to set a record. Might be kind of fun. Newest issue of Avengers is out this week. Infinity tie-in. Batman Two-Face, and the continuing of the Batman team-up books. Sans Robin, we have to plug somebody in every month. Archie Afterlife. This sold out like lightning when the first issue came out. We do have second prints of #1 in, and Francesco Francavilla is a genius. They are incredible. Prisoner of Time 12, Doctor Who. You guys have been bugging us about it. Here it is. They finally got it in. Daredevil is in by Mark Waid. Always a good read. And if you like Highlander, The Eternal Warrior is in. Always good. I'm up to date on this one. Kind of like if Gilgamesh, Hercules, all those guys were one guy, and they were. It's him. So merch this week. all kinds of neat stuff this week. We got back in Smash Up, which is a fantastic card game, and the obligatory Cthulhu set, which is actually what it's called. It's an expansion for Smash Up, also fun to play. In the Marvel Select figures, we got in Silver Surfer, and we also got in the classic Thor. This is the Jack Kirby style Thor, not the Chris Helmsworth Thor. I know some of the ladies will be disappointed, but still cool nonetheless. We've got the Deathstroke from the Marvel Villains line. We have several of these. This has been really good, especially with the Arkham Origins stuff. Deathstroke's making a real comeback. The Hobbit Hero Clicks are in as well. And the brand new release for Iron Man. The Iron Man Hero Clicks have been something everybody's been asking about. We've even got the OP kits, so we'll be having the organized play here in the store. There's some really cool stuff you can get with that. That's usually 1 o'clock on Saturdays. And if you check the Facebook page, I'll either post up an event, or Sean, the gentleman that runs them, he'll post on the store page and let you know what's going on and how to get entered in those OP events. Got in the Star Trek Voyager for the miniatures from Eagle Moss. Those actually come from England. We got in the Dark Side for the Justice League chess set, also kind of fun. The Batman Black and White statue is finally out. This has been a big deal. The Night of the Owls, the mask with the trade. We've got a couple more of these back in. These are going to be great for Christmas. They've been hard to get a hold of at times. Over here we have that Justice League box set. Now this is basically villains and heroes. It runs about 99 bucks. Ton of good stuff in it. And what else did we have in? The Captain Action costumes. Now, you're going to have to be of a certain age to get Captain Action, but it was an old 60s character, and the toys that came out back then, he could become anybody. So they had Phantom costumes and Batman costumes, anything you could think of. This time they've got out Wolverine and Iron Man. Those are really cool, and it's actually, in the history of these Build-A-Figures that are big now, there's a Hawkeye costume. So each one you buy has a piece to a Hawkeye costume. So that's kind of neat as well. Joker Patina statue came in this week. And I guess, other than the Mass Effect guy down there, that's about it. It's a lot of stuff this week. We're starting to get toward the holidays, and everybody's trying to rush to release everything they've got. So I guess that's about it. Guys, if you have any questions about anything, feel free to shoot us a message on Facebook. Send us an email to borderlandscomics@gmail.com. You can check us out on Twitter. Make sure you're checking out sccomiccon.com. We have some new announcements coming up here shortly with some new guests. If you're interested in being a vendor at the event, just shoot us an email at borderlandscomics@gmail.com. Or if you're wanting artist alley tables, also just shoot us an email. Hey guys, we're going to start a segment whenever we've got some folks that have a book that they want to review, that they want to tell you about. So you're not hearing about it from us, but you're hearing about it from a fellow fan, a fellow reader. We're going to let folks do that. So up next is the first installment of reader reviews for the shop, and Scott is going to tell you what he thinks of his favorite book on the racks today.
Hi, this is Scott. I want to talk about Saga. It's one of my favorite books coming out right now. For anybody who's read anything from Brian K. Vaughan, Why Last Man, Ex Machina, same vein, great writing. Also complimented well by the art of Fiona Staples. If you don't know who that is, check her out. She's amazing. These books are flying off the shelf. I can't wait for the next one. It's got great cliffhangers, brilliant character development. Everything just clicks with this book. I highly recommend it. So if Scott tells you, read Saga.
Alright guys, what's up? My name's Alex, and I have here an awesome copy of More Than Meets the Eye 23, which happens to be Dark Cybertron Part 2. It is an amazing read. Part 1 was really awesome, and I look forward to actually reading this one too.
Hey guys, Micah Taylor here. My pick of the week is The Wake. I am not a diehard Snyder fanboy, but I do recognize superb work when I see it. This is a sci-fi epic that reads like a horror book. And of course with Sean Murphy on the artwork, there could be no words in it and I'd still want to read it. So this is number 5 of 10. I highly suggest you pick this one up. Pick up the back issues if you haven't gotten into it. Great read. That's what I got.
Here's Micah.
Yeah, have a good one. Thanks, man. Always got to be in front of the camera. I'm not going to be able to do this.
This is what it's like for me every week.
I don't stare at you awkwardly. You can't be there. I'm not mean. I'm just demanding. There's a difference.